How's everybody doing? My name's Mike from Roots Canine Training. Today I'm hanging out with Miss Aurora, and we're going to talk a little bit about submissive and excited peeing. So this is a huge issue for her. She is not potty trained, and on top of that, she excited and submissive pees. So 9 times out of 10, if you were to clip a leash onto her, she will pee, especially if her bladder is full. So some of the strategies with a dog who is doing something like this, so to kind of let you know the scenario is she's in a crate, so every time I go to get her out, you know, you're clipping the leash on her and she's peeing, and a lot of times she'll be laying down like this and she'll just pee on herself. So it'll happen on the crate, on herself, and she'll walk through it, and it's been happening long enough that she's just kind of used to it now. And I can also tell that it's a conditioned behavior, meaning when she's so conditioned to it that the leash clipping onto her and someone reaching in or someone approaching her and reaching in with a leash, in her head, that is the signal to go to the bathroom. Just like if you notice a lot of dogs react to the doorbell sound, whether it's actually the doorbell at the house, on TV, or something that just sounds like it, they hear it and they go because they're conditioned with that sound means somebody's at the door. Well, with her, it's almost like she's conditioned to feel the leash and someone coming in as it's time for me to relieve myself. She also most likely has a pretty small bladder, so that also contributes to it. So the first thing to do, is try to keep the dog's bladder empty as possible. So you got to take them out very often, and don't do anything with them that could get them excited until they have already gone to the bathroom. So the other thing, so the first day with her, she probably went 10 times in her crate. Okay, I couldn't get a handle on what to do to get her to not go in the crate. She's probably the worst case I've had as far as submissive peeing. I have not had a dog who does it as bad as her. So what we came up with is this is a small leash. They call it like a tab. It's called a tab, and it's super small. You know, it's like I think it's like 6 inches or 7 inches or something like that. And what this does for me is I can leave this clipped on her in the crate on a second collar. So I have a flat buckle or just a flat collar on her, and we can clip this onto the collar, and she can sleep with it and everything like that. The only thing she could do is possibly chew it. She hasn't done that, so it's working. We're gonna keep using this. So we clip this onto her, and then that way I can open the door of the crate and I can immediately reach in and grab this tab and pull her out and get out the door with her so she can relieve herself outside. What I've noticed with her, it's if you don't want to rush, but with most dogs we take our time getting them out of the crate. With her we don't rush, but we move with a purpose. So when I go over to the crate, I unlatch both latches at the same time, open the door, grab her, and we get moving. If you give her too much time to think about what's going on, she just becomes submissive or too excited if we don't keep it moving. So again, we're not rushing her outside, but what we do is we move with a purpose. So we just keep her, going from opening the door of the crate to we're moving out of the crate to we're walking to the front door, and now we're going through the front door, you're in the grass. And then we praise her also. We give her a ton of praise when she goes outside. That's a big part of potty training, and letting her know what we want is giving her a lot of praise when we come outside. So if you have a dog that's submissive peeing or excited peeing, you first need to control that excitement. You need to instill calmness in them at all points of their life, and you have to figure out a way to break the cycle. And this is what's working for her. This is how we're breaking the cycle, is we're leaving this clipped on her. So again, the first day she probably had about 10 accidents. The second day I think I got her out maybe 2 times with her not having accidents in the house. And then the third day, when we started using this, I believe on day 2, and the third day we really started seeing results, and I think she had 1 accident in her crate, or maybe 2. But the point is, when she's having submissive pees, or just sometimes it's an accident in the crate, like when she's just not potty trained, she can't hold it, she doesn't have that muscle developed yet. She doesn't have that muscle developed yet. So a lot of times in the morning is the hardest time for her. That's when, if I'm not getting up early, she's going to go in her crate. So I got to get up early, got to get her out. And that's just what you got to do. You got to try and set them up for success, and try using a tab like this to pull them in and out of the crate. That way you can kind of keep it moving. Don't give them time to become too excited and then relieve themselves. So that's what's working with her. There's a lot of other strategies I'll be talking about with the submissive peeing. There's a lot of things to go over. So you will see more videos about how I'm getting her to break that cycle and break that habit. But right now for her, it's a lot of crate time because she pees so much that she can't be out on place, because she's just going to urinate when people are walking past her and stuff like that. So right now we're going to get a handle on it in the crate, and then she's going to come out and be on place a lot more once we get a handle on everything.